My name is Mark Martin. Welcome to another edition of Blend Ed. I'm going to be talking about returning back to school. And it's been a very challenging time for teachers working in school, having to do Blend Ed sessions where you're delivering content online and also in the classroom environment. And one of the things that I've been thinking about is how do we kind of move forward beyond this pandemic and challenging, difficult situation that we're continuing. And I think that a lot of the kind of skills that we've learned in terms of online teaching and online learning, how can we embrace some of that moving forward and back into the classroom? So, is it that some of the content that you've prepared online remains online? So, whether it's the kind of recorded lessons or recorded sessions that you've done, could you then use that as revision material for students to actually tap back into and use in terms of prep for their exams or for the new cohort coming in the new academic year? So I think that there's a lot of resources that we could potentially use in the future. And then also around the content in terms of we have done a lot of content in schools and also produced a lot of content on the VLE platforms. Could we share that with other departments in terms of cross collaboration? Could we share some of that good practice that's probably worked in your sessions, and how then we can, differentiate that across the school community amongst professionals? And then also, I think that what's a really kind of cool thing about Blend Ed and also returning back to the classroom, it's also about hearing young people's experience. So whether you want to do a survey, whether you want to do some type of, quantitative or qualitative feedback on their experiences, and then how can that be improved? So if we are in a lockdown again, or we are thinking about blended education way beyond the classroom experience, how can we support students to actively be engaged, whether it's online or offline within the classroom environment? And then lastly, I think it's also about how can we as a teaching profession then also contribute to the development of Blend Ed. So whether that's around action research, did it Blend Ed work for you good in some groups or some year groups? And how can we then share that practice across other schools and other educators within, whether it's your subject area or whether it's in your kind of geographical location. So those are just a few tips and ideas in terms of how we can continue the Blend Ed space on, and really looking forward to hearing from you in terms of your experience and also how you found this challenging and difficult time with remote learning.